Hello everybody, my name is Connor and welcome back to NobleAsta TCG, where I post my games, learn from my misplays, and count on your feedback to grow. Today, I have updated my Buggy list and I'm just gonna say, it feels good to be back, man. Buggy is feeling very nice, and we are playing Vegapunk today, which is a leader I haven't seen in a hot minute, but I was kind of excited to play. I love playing against Vegapunk, and I love okay, let me not lie to you. I don't always love playing against Vegapunk, but I do love playing Vegapunk. I'm not very good at it, but I do love playing Vegapunk, and I just noticed that this spot has terrible glare, so I will not sit here anymore in the future. But before we get too deep into this game, I do want to remind you guys that if you want to support the channel, head to 1000noble.com to grab or commission a playmat, and don't forget, joining the YouTube membership gets you exclusive discounts, early decklist access, and members only polls and discussions. And we are ready to start. We are going to start off with of course, one of our searchers. We've got two options in our hand. Mr. 3 hitting the field and seeing what we can get out of the top four. Gonna go ahead and take that Alvida. I think that is the move. Can't take the Sobbles, I believe, and Alvida is good to have, especially if I have something to cheat bodies out with, which currently I don't. A little scary, but I can get some cycle going pretty soon with the Alvida. Vegapunk is going to use Vegapunk ability to play down the blocker Vegapunk, searching the top 5, I believe, of his deck for a scientist type, which unfortunately I think is only a handful of cards, so he is going to whiff, which is unfortunate, and pass the turn back to us. The 3 Dawn gonna go ahead, thinking about just swinging 5/5, trying to pressure the Vegapunk, but not feeling like that's the right play. We're gonna go ahead, draw for a turn, getting the Croc and Mihawk. That is very nice. We're gonna go ahead, tap 1 for the Cross Guild event. We do have the Winner Mihawk there. Winner Mihawk, a stand-in for the Promo Croc. Promo Croc, I think, is a better fit here. KOs something, while that lets you replace it, bounce it back to your hand and replace it. But trying to decide what I want to take. I am going to take another Croc and Mihawk just so I'm able to really flood the board as fast as I can. I'm kind of struggling with that, so gonna play a little risky and swing the 7 at lead. He is gonna go ahead and take, and thankfully for us, no triggers. So passing the turn back to the Vegapunk. Vegapunk is gonna be at 4 Dawn here. Thankfully, I'm feeling okay because Vegapunk can't attack, and there's not really a body on the field that can attack at this moment. But he is going to use 1 for leader ability to play that Shaka. Shaka, super annoying, or at least he can be super annoying. Dropping the stage for 2 Dawn there. Kind of just getting set up, really. Joking about swinging with Vegapunk, but decides to pass it to us. And now we are at 5 Dawn, which means the magic is going to happen. It is Buggy time, baby. And with the almost perfect play of Croc Mihawk into Alvida, we're going to be able to find everything we really need. Buggy ability, we're going to go ahead, tap 5 Dawn. We're going to play Croc and Mihawk, and I don't trash? Am I that guy? Oh, yeah, here I am. I'm trashing. I put the 2 cards I drew to the bottom of the deck. I know I don't want to trash the Grab Blade, so I end up trashing Kabaji, which I don't like doing because I know it is a 2K, and looking at my hand, I don't have a ton of 2Ks, but trying to decide what I want to trash. I will trash Alvida and then play out Alvida, feeling okay there, drawing into 3 cards. Gonna trash 2, getting another Croc and Mihawk, really seeing all our Croc and Mihawks. So I will go ahead and trash a Croc and Mihawk, and I'm going to trash a Mr. 3, feeling like I kind of have what I need in my hand, and then passing turn, not wanting to swing. Of course, the 5 would most likely just get easily blocked, and I'm kind of waiting for more Shakas to show up. I do have the Gravity Blade in my hand, and it's a big reason why I kept this hand too. But Shaka is going to swing for a 6, and we'll take it, getting another Mihawk, which is not the worst thing. Really going to let us cycle through our deck and our hand, putting the Nico Robin up top in his life. I think that's going to let him do a little cycle himself, if I remember correctly. But it's been a minute since I've seen that card, and Ian played that card. Gonna go ahead and tap the rest of his Dawn to go ahead and play the Rush Ace, which I think was a pretty interesting card in there. I mean, it makes sense. He's at less than 2 life, yellow deck. We'll go ahead and take and get another Alvida, passing turn, restanding the Shaka, and we're about to have a nasty board here. Potentially, I think I'm thinking about using Sables on the Ace, but it doesn't really feel like there's a good reason to, especially because I can croc into Croc and Mihawk into Mihawk himself with the use of that 4-cost Buggy. I know earlier I said I don't like it, but I get it now. It feels bad to trash 2 cards, but if you play a Mihawk off of it, it doesn't feel as bad. So trying to decide what I want to do. Gonna go ahead, swing 7 into the Ace, just try and get some cards out of his hand. Thankfully, I haven't seen a Rayquaza help yet, which makes it really hard to kill Vegapunk. He is going to go ahead and give us a counter there. I cannot tell what that card is. Looks like Nico Robin. Gonna go ahead, trash the Sables. Don't really want to send anything back to his hand. Croc and Mihawk gonna draw us 2. Easy choice on something to discard. Trashing the Buggy. And then we are going to play out the Buggy. Off of the Buggy, we are thinking about trashing the other Buggy, and we are going to trash the other Buggy. Don't know if that was the right play, but we'll play the Mihawk to draw 2 and trash 1. Thinking about potentially trashing Alvida. Okay, I know I'm pretty not keen, but I tend to trash the Mr. 3 more than I probably should. But another 7 going into Ace, and he is going to go ahead and block with the what is his name? The Vegapunk. The guy the deck's based off of, and I can't even remember. So, not swinging the Alvida, just because I don't really want to swing into his life if I can prevent it. And, yeah, holding on to that Gravity Blade until I see potentially 2 Shakas, or, yeah, 2 Shakas. Trying to get the Shakas out, because I feel like the Shakas are more annoying than the Vegapunk blocker. I could be wrong about that, but I haven't had the pleasure, let's say, of playing against too many Vegapunks in this current meta and with Buggy, but my opponent taking some time to think about what he wants to do. I think we've got him in a really good spot here. Yeah, just we were able to establish a really big board. We have a really big hand. We're feeling pretty good here, honestly. Gonna go ahead, tap some Dawn to play out the Atlas. Swinging 7 potentially into Croc and Mihawk. And he's just asking clarification on the Croc and Mihawk. Yes, it can be KO'd. We'll give him the 1 in Mr. 3, the 6 at lead, I believe. He changes it to 7. I was thinking about blocking, but with the Mihawk himself, but trying to decide if I want to counter, if I want to block. I feel like this isn't an easy block 1k, but I am getting a little low on counters in my hand, so yeah, gonna go ahead and block 1k with the Alvida. I think that makes sense to me. Gonna go ahead, it looks like tap a Dawn to play out another Shaka. End of turn, restand his Shaka and pass to us. 2 Shakas on the board, and that's the only blockers. I'm feeling like this is our Gravity Blade turn. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a pretty solid turn. Yep, gonna tap 7 for the Gravity Blade, sending both of these Shakas to the bottom of his deck, which is great, because Rayquaza help will do nothing to help them. And then at this point, I think I'm just going to focus on trying to clear the Ace. I don't really want to give him cards in hand, even though he only has 1 card in hand. Gonna go ahead, give us that 1k. I'm gonna swing the Croc and Mihawk, the second Croc and Mihawk into it, clearing the board. Gonna go ahead, go 6 at lead. No cards in hand. I realistically could have gone 5 and then 7. I think that might have been a better play. Another 6 at lead. Gonna see if we can get more cards out of hand. Getting a trigger in the Pythagoras, I believe. A little nerve-wracking with the Pythagoras trigger coming out, but I think that even if he is able to clear some of our bodies, I think we have a good chance to go for game, even with a heal. But he is going to go ahead and drop the, I think it's called like the Most Brilliant Mind, which is going to let him search the top 5. Going to grab a Edison there. Not used to that Edison art. I believe that is the tournament pack Edison there, if I am not mistaken. But Edison is a nice 2K for him, and I think on play it lets him draw or cycle. One of those two. I can't remember at this moment of commentating, but I will look it up after I finish commentating this. But he's got a lot of Dawn left. We do have a blocker. Yeah, we've got our blocker, Mihawk. We have 2 7Ks. He could definitely clear one of our Croc and Mihawks at this point. And I think depending on his hand, it's our best bet, or his best bet. But I think we've just really... we saw a little bit of the nuts, and my opponent was saying that he hated playing against Buggy, and I'm so sorry. He really hates Croc and Mihawk, but I don't know how you can hate Croc and Mihawk. They're, the best. I might be biased. I'm a Croc fanboy, but it looks like 7 going at one of our Croc and Mihawks. Gonna go ahead and counter out of that. 8 going at another Croc and Mihawk. Gonna go ahead to give him another 2K. And with the remainder of his Dawn, let's see what he does. He's got 5 Dawn, so he hasn't used his leader ability, so I assume he'll heal at some point. But yeah, he may be in kind of a tough spot. We know he has the Edison. Yeah. Oh, and he said he messed up and asked if he could change it. And I said, yeah. He said I'd swing 7, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll still give you the 2K for that. So nothing ultimately changed, but now he gets to tap 5 to play the ace, swinging another 7 at, I believe, Croc and Mihawk, and I'll just go ahead and block, keeping the emoji alive, or keeping emoji in my hand, and then with the remaining Dawn goes ahead and plays down the Edison in life. So we're in a pretty solid spot here. He restood Pythagoras. We have 10 Dawn. He's got 1 card in hand. I'm thinking, depending on how this goes, we can just go for game, but I'm gonna go ahead and cross guild, looking for something. I'm gonna grab the promo Buggy. There is a chance I decide to play it safe and elongate this game, which I think I could go for game here. And I think initially I might have been thinking like, oh, I need to play it safe. I'll get, promo Buggy. And then I was like, hey, he's got 1 card in hand, no blockers. We'll go 7. The Edison coming out, drawing him 2 cards. I think he has to trash 1 if I'm not mistaken. Yep, trashing the Ira Quasar help. Yeah, that is unfortunate. He said he drew it off the Edison. We'll swing at 7 with Alvita and get the game there. So, yeah, him not seeing Ira Quasar help and us being able to Gravity Blade the 2 Shakas he did see was really big. I think really put us in command of this game. But yeah, this new list is feeling pretty good. This is the new list. This is what I'm playing with. I think I have the Mihawk instead of that Croc. I think I'm probably showing you guys the Croc. But I do want to replace the Mihawk for the Croc. I think Croc might be a little bit better, but I also don't have a shiny one, so I don't want to play it, I'll be real. But anyway, that will do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
すぐに片付けますのでご安心を。おらー、これじゃあキリがねえ。
麦わら